There was a time when the earth breathed in silence, a world untouched by human hands, a world where forests rolled like endless green oceans and rivers carved silver paths through lands older than imagination. This was the Cretaceous, the final, magnificent era of the great reptiles. On the plains, mighty Triceratops herds thundered across the grasslands. Above them, enormous pterosaurs glided on warm currents of air, their wings cutting shadows across the sunlit ground. And beneath the waves, ancient monsters drifted in the blue darkness, ruling seas that had never known fear. But on land, one creature reigned above all: Tyrannosaurus rex. 7 tons of instinct and power. A hunter shaped by 150 million years of evolution. Life was brutal, but balanced. Every creature played a role. Every sunrise renewed the rhythm of a world that felt eternal. But even in that harmony, fate was falling from the sky. Far above the earth, in the cold emptiness of space, a fragment of ancient rock drifted silently. A survivor from a world long destroyed. For millions of years it wandered, until gravity chose its path. Below, Earth continued unaware. Volcanoes breathed fire into the sky. Mountains grew. Oceans shifted. Creatures fed, hunted, and lived their final days beneath a sun that would soon be eclipsed. Across the plains, ankylosaurs marched like living fortresses. Hadrosaurs crossed vast wetlands, their calls echoing like ancient songs. In the swamps, tiny Compsognathus darted through reeds, while feathered predators waited in the shadows. In the forests, new flowers bloomed. Insects danced. Microraptors glided through beams of golden light. And deep underground, tiny mammals waited quietly in the dark. For a future they could not imagine, the asteroid entered Earth's neighborhood. It accelerated past the moon. Air compressed around it, turning rock into fire. From the ground, it appeared as a glowing wound in the sky, growing brighter with every heartbeat. A 10-kilometer titan of stone, traveling at 70,000 kilometers per hour, was now moments from impact. Its destination, the shallow waters of the Yucatán Peninsula. On Earth, dawn arrived. The last dawn the dinosaurs would ever see. The winds stopped. The birds fell silent. Even the predators paused, as if the world itself sensed something coming. Then, light. A blast brighter than 1,000 suns. A roar so powerful it erased its own sound. The asteroid hit. Ocean water vaporized instantly. Earth's crust folded like soft clay. Rock melted. Air ignited. Everything near the impact vanished in a single breath. A shockwave tore across continents. Forests flattened. Firestorms ignited. A tsunami taller than skyscrapers raced across the oceans. But the true nightmare came from above. Debris shot into space, then rained back down as a storm of fire. At first, sparks. Then, embers. Soon, an endless rain of burning stone. The sky turned black. Sunlight disappeared. Temperatures fell. Plants died. Herbivores starved. Carnivores followed. The mighty Tyrannosaurus, once a symbol of domination, wandered through freezing forests searching for food that no longer existed. Triceratops, once part of great herds, now moved slowly and alone, their strength fading with the light. In the oceans, food chains collapsed. Great sea reptiles drifted downward into eternal darkness. The giants didn't disappear in a single moment. They faded, over years of cold, hunger, and silence. Yet even as the world froze, life refused to surrender. Deep underground, small mammals hid in burrows. Insects sheltered beneath bark. Amphibians waited in the mud. The forgotten creatures endured what the titans could not. Years passed. Slowly the dust settled. Light returned. Rain washed the earth. Ice melted. And from buried seeds, green returned. Ferns unfurled. Moss covered blackened stone. Delicate flowers opened their petals to the new sun. The survivors emerged. Insects, birds, small reptiles, and mammals. The age of dinosaurs was over. The age of mammals, our age, had begun. The earth healed slowly. Mountains rose. Oceans shifted. Deserts and rivers formed like strokes of a painter's brush across a blank canvas. Every fossil, every rock layer, carries the memory of that ancient day. The day the earth stopped and began again. The extinction was not the end of life. It was the beginning of us. Because from destruction came the small survivors who would one day evolve into beings capable of thinking, imagining, and remembering. Beings who ask where we come from. Beings who look up at the stars and wonder. One day, our own civilization may face its ending. The sky may darken again. The oceans may shift. The world may change in ways we cannot foresee. But life will endure. Life always endures. Not by staying the same, but by becoming something new. The day the dinosaurs died was not the end of the world. It was the next chapter. And if you believe the past should never be forgotten, follow us. Where stories breathe again and silence comes back to life.